So whether you're on a budget and you want to save some money, or perhaps you just want to get a little creative and create some of your very own craft supplies, the Cricut machine might be the answer for you. Now, the techniques I'm about to show you can apply to the Cricut machine, and some of the techniques might apply to other machines as well, depending on the software capabilities. So let's dive in and let me show you how. I love stencils, if you can't tell. There are so many techniques you can do with them, and they're quite reasonably priced. Plus, they last a long time and can be used over and over again. From their standard use, to using them with pastes and other mediums, to foiling, and so much more. I consider stencils one of the best things in my craft room. They start at around $5 to $7 for standard size and go up from there. Mostly stencils are just patterns, and these files are available all over the place online, sometimes even for free. Google free stencil patterns, or you can use sites like Design Bundles, where I get many of these patterns and fonts for cheap. Recently, I purchased some stencil material on Amazon for around $1 a sheet. If you size them at 5.5 by 5.5, you can get 2 stencils out of each sheet. And I have my Cricut cut them for me. I just went into Design Space, I uploaded the image, sized it accordingly, and hit cut. So don't forget, if you happen to not get a clean cut through the stencil, don't unload your Cricut machine, just hit the C button and it will cut in the exact same spot again, and then hopefully your stencil will come out nice and clean cut. Now I'm ready to stencil, and each one literally cost about 50 cents to make. Oh, and also a quick tip, you can cut these out of cardstock as well, and it's like creating your own cover plate die. 2 for 1. I love that. Now I love layering dies. They're so pretty and they add so much dimension and are just plain beautiful. When I buy them in metal die form, they're usually upwards of $30 and sometimes up to $75. Now, some companies are really awesome and they sell the cut files for a few dollars, and you can cut them out with your machine rather than buying them in metal die form. But did you know you can actually take any lined image in Cricut Design Space and turn it into a layering file? All you need to do is find a lined image. I searched on Design Space for a sunflower and I found one that I liked and added it to my workspace. I'm going to now duplicate it and click the contour button. You can hit this button here to create a solid background. Now you can line these up in layers. You can also go even deeper into this and get into a ton of detail, and I'll leave you to play with it. Now you have some beautiful die cut flowers, and obviously you've saved a lot of money in layering dies. Now these 2 dies here are word dies, and I absolutely love them. I had my eye on them for months before purchasing them. Of course, it's easy to buy metal dies like these and cut them quickly using a die cutting machine. I also love the simplicity of this. No need to plug in my machine and start up my computer and get everything designed and ready to go. I definitely don't judge anyone that prefers metal dies over the machine. However, if it's not in your budget, you can easily create these dies in Cricut Design Space. All you need to do for this one, for example, is make a rectangle the size that I need it, which would be the size of a card front, add some text, and attach the items together. Have your Cricut cut them out, and it's done. Now, I'm not sure if it shows up as well on camera as in person, but cutting with a Cricut and cutting with metal dies is actually different. Metal dies use pressure on the paper to cut, and the Cricut uses a blade. I personally do prefer the look of a metal die because it gives it that depressed look around the edges. It just looks cleaner and less abrupt, but I'm pretty sure 99.9% of card recipients would never notice the difference. It's just our crafter little secret. Now, if you're a metal die lover, come meet me over here in this video. I'm going to show you 13 different ways on how to use your cover plate dies, and maybe you can even apply some of the knowledge of the Cricut over on this video here to create some amazing techniques. I'll meet you over there.